In this video, I'm going to show you how to prepare your taxes for all the crypto transactions you made in the past year. Yes, you're going to have to pay taxes on all those transactions that you made with those cryptocurrencies, no matter if you made less than $600 in capital gains. I'm going to give you one of the best ways to prepare these taxes in as little time as possible. So let's jump right into it. Now, regardless if you have a gain or a loss, you're going to have to pay taxes or at least file taxes to the federal government. Now, this is a big deal because if you're making transactions on multiple different exchanges, not every one of them will give out tax forms. And especially if you don't make above $600 or if you're not meeting their transaction limit, then they're not going to be giving you a lot of those tax forms that you're used to seeing. A lot of these big exchanges will not be offering those unless you are a big player or somebody making those transactions, so they will be generating those forms. Now, if you're not already familiar with it, the Form 8949 is going to be the form for you. That was what has to do with the transactions of cryptocurrencies. This form specifically talks about the sales and dispositions of capital gains. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, I'm going to put a link up here that goes to one of my other videos that talks specifically about that form and another tax software that I have reviewed as well. So because of all the things that we just talked about, I do recommend using some sort of tax software, not only to do your taxes, but also to track all your cryptocurrency needs, as there's going to be multiple exchanges that you're probably going to be using, as not every exchange has every coin, or the fees are going to be different depending on what you're trying to do. So because of that, in this video, we're going to be talking about CoinTracker and why I would recommend it as one of the better tax softwares out there to try. Now, if you're interested in checking out a video that compares CoinTracker versus TaxBit, then I'm going to put a link right here and you can go ahead and take a look at that. But if you're interested in learning a little bit more about CoinTracker, then let's jump right into the video and talk about exactly what's happening on their website and how you can use it to make your taxes that much easier. Alrighty, so jumping right into it, this is looking at the CoinTracker website. It's actually cointracker.io. It is not .com. You can go on the website or you can actually download their app. When I'm comparing this to TaxBit, TaxBit does not have an app, and that is one of the things that I do like about CoinTracker is I am able to track my portfolio on a daily basis from my phone, from an easy app, whereas CoinTracker doesn't have that. But aside from that, this is the introductory page, their home page that you look at, and you can track not only your portfolio and your taxes and make it seamless, and it'll auto update on its own. It'll give you a quick synopsis of your portfolio as well as what's going on with your taxes for that year and previous years, your recent transactions, and you can keep scrolling down. We'll take a look at a little bit more about a actual account here in a second. It also will give automatic portfolio tracking, save money year round, where it can do some tax loss harvesting if you pay for the upgraded features. And it also give you, you can implement this seamlessly into TurboTax, where you can actually just upload your information and it will auto upload everything to TurboTax. If you are somebody that is going to be using this, then this is a great option for you to use, as long as it has the exchanges that you are interested in. And again, it tracks on the go, which is also an awesome option. So I made a test account right here where I am logged in, and when you first log in, it's going to give you your dashboard. We don't have any exchanges that are linked right now because that would be my personal information. But what I want to show you is what it's going to be. This is what it's going to look like when you first log in. It's going to give you performance of what your exchanges and your wallets are doing right now. You'll get a total price point right here, and it'll give you the overview of what's happened over the past day or so, depending on what you have it set to. And you can look at it not only at at a day's length, but you can look at it for as long as your crypto accounts have been set up. It'll give you an accounts, a coin diversity, showing you which ones you are invested in the most, just like with your stocks, as well as looking at your tax loss harvesting, your tax impact, and also funds that are on exchanges. That it is also important to know how much of your exposure is on exchanges versus on a hard wallet like a digital ledger or something like that. So I do think that's pretty cool. It'll show you also an update on the crypto prices. This is also very useful if you're trying to do a little bit more day trading versus long-term trading. Then this is something that you can keep up with, see the percentage change, their market cap, as well as the 24-hour volume associated with them. Now, if we're taking a look at the actual subscription costs, just to get this part right here, and if you're with the basic exchanges, that is going to be free, and this is what most people are going to be using as long as you are focusing with Coinbase, Kraken, and Gemini. The three probably biggest exchanges out there, then this will be the best option for you. If you are somebody that is going a little bit deeper into cryptocurrencies and you would like to use their tax loss harvesting and other features, then you're going to need to move up to the enthusiast or the pro category where they will be able to give you those options. It doesn't make it up until the pro that you can get that tax loss harvesting, but it is something that you should be started thinking about if you are using multiple exchanges and you want to make sure that you are getting the best benefit from that. Now, the biggest other thing that I want to talk about is how you add your exchange and your transactions in here. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go to add wallet. It is a general concept for this. It does not mean specifically a wallet. And so you can see right here that right off the bat, it offers Coinbase and Kraken, and it makes it easy for you to just click on it and pull up. You click Coinbase, it shows you exactly the instructions on how to do that, and you can add it by an API sync, or you can do it by file import with a CSV. The best option is to do the API where it will generate a specific passphrase that you will input into right here, and then that will allow you to have a way for CoinTracker to talk with Coinbase, and it can read and review your recent transactions, and it will pull that data. It will not have the ability to actually make any trades because you will not give it that ability. But you just connect it that way. Other ways that you can do that is that you can actually look up the specific exchange that you're interested in, like Gemini, and you can put that API key in there as well. Now, the one thing that I do want to note is that it does not have a specific one for some of the exchanges that I am in. All the big ones that I'm into right now, Coinbase, Kraken, Binance.us. I was using NiceHash for some mining a little bit earlier where I made some money, but it does not have one for BlockFi right now. It only has a CSV file upload, which is not as ideal because I was getting some crypto interest from when I transferred my money into BlockFi. And so that made it a little bit annoying when I was trying to see if I wanted to use this versus TaxBit for my taxes. But if it was to add BlockFi, then this probably would be the best option for me because the API key and the quick integration with TurboTax would make it the easiest way for me to use mine because that's what I used this past year. Now, with me moving probably to a CPA next year, I may or may not be using this specific tax software because I don't really need it to really integrate with TurboTax because I'll probably be moving towards a CPA in the future. Now, on the other hand, if you wanted to go specifically with a wallet and you wanted to add a wallet, it's going to be the same type of thing. You just click on MetaMask, it pulls it right up, and you log into your information. And once it logs into information, it pulls that information and the wallet to CoinTracker, and it can track your transactions forward and backwards into CoinTracker, and it's seamless like that. You just have to forget about it, and it starts tracking everything, and you can keep up with your whole portfolio at that point. Now, if we are taking a look at your wallets, if you can click right here, it shows you specific exchanges, wallets, imported wallets, and other transactions. It makes it just easy for them to keep up with everything associated with your portfolio. So in the end, if you're interested in doing something that has to do with tracking your portfolio without having you have to think about the transactions and the tax loss harvesting, then CoinTracker is definitely an option out there. The pros associated with it is that it does have an app, whereas TaxBit does not. Although I do want to note that the cons associated with it is that I have noticed that there has been a couple different issues with syncing options with my exchanges, and that made it a little bit more annoying and less useful than I noticed with TaxBit. Now, is that having to resync it up every time I go in versus having it always set for when I go to TaxBit, the website? It's really up to you. But I'm one of those people that I want it to set something up and I want to forget about it and then just check on it every once in a while. And if it continues to be this laggy, then it might be something that I will not be using as much in the future. Now, that being said, I would recommend this to most of the people out there that are looking for a tax software out there that will keep up with their cryptocurrencies, as well as a portfolio analysis that they can look at and ensure that they are being diversified in the potential cryptocurrency that they want to be in. So if you got some information from this video, go hit that like and subscribe button. If you're interested in more videos on how to do your crypto taxes, as well as how to do your crypto taxes or just regular taxes for free and a quick run through, I'm going to put a link right here where you can go and take a look at that. And as always, at the end of each video, I want to remind you to pinch a little bit.